So, your business coach and the people that you follow on social media who talk about social media marketing, IG growth, all of that type of stuff, their take on ads is probably completely wrong, and you are most likely following it. They'll say things like, oh my god, ads are expensive, like it's so risky, you need to have a big business first, etc. etc. Oh my god, just do organic because it's free traffic. Here's how to go viral, buy my hook templates. It's all BS. And I'm going to break it down in this video and why you should do ads and what type of funnels actually work in 2025. And that is if you want to run ads almost completely risk free without that much work and just overall make ads cheap, much cheaper than your competitors. Okay, and it doesn't matter if you're making multiple six figures, if you are actually like starting out, or if you're making seven figures. Watch this video because this applies to you, especially if you're not running ads already because of whatever reason, maybe some of those things that I mentioned. Okay, so let's actually just get into the lie about organic and the arguments that people have against ads, like the people who preach organic, right? Now, the thing about organic, and I think we can all agree to this, is that it takes a lot of time, right? You have to be really consistent for like months or years, like every single day, to actually get traction. And that means that it's also like pretty slow to genuinely get a good following that generates consistent leads and clients. And so scaling just organically is slow, but it can also be pretty unpredictable because you just never know what type of content or what piece of content is going to do well and what's going to do shit, right? You can have weeks of just crappy content that doesn't generate any leads or any clients, and you're just stuck basically, right? And so those are sort of like the negatives of it. Now, there are some positives to it. Like, obviously, I'm sitting here doing a YouTube video. Like, I'm not gonna, boost this with some ad dollars. And that is that it is a very long-term play that can result in a lot of money, long-term, right? Because once you have good traction on social media, then yes, you can get pretty much endless free traffic and free clients, and you don't need to spend any money on ads, and so you make a lot of profit, etc. Right? There is good things about organic. I'm not like condemning it, but that reason, like that positive outcome that is really good, is not a reason to not do ads. Okay? Because here's the thing about ads. Nowadays, at least, the algorithms have become insanely good at finding the like dream client. Okay? Because here's the thing. Facebook, like Meta, knows everything about everyone, like to the dot. They know you better than your family knows you. They know exactly what you're interested, exactly what your pain points are, exactly what you're searching for, etc., etc. What posts you're liking. They keep track of all of it. And so when you run an ad, Facebook, Meta, has a really easy time to find like the dream clients. But that doesn't really happen organically. You can get your posts in front of so many people that just aren't your ideal clients, but that doesn't really happen on Facebook ads. At least not if your offer is dialed in and your positioning is dialed in. Then like you will get good leads way better than if you run just organic. And I've seen this time and time again. Like ad buyers and leads are just way better than those that you generate organically. All right. And this idea too that ads are just super expensive and super risky, it entirely depends on the type of funnels that you are running. Most people are still doing the very things that worked maybe 5-7 years ago, like the free PDFs, like free lead magnets, free master classes, and free discovery calls, etc. And sure, like I'm not saying you can't scale a business that way. What I'm saying is that there is more risk involved, and also it is, I would say, harder to scale for several reasons. There are let's say you do Facebook, I hate this color, let's do red. You do Facebook ad to like masterclass, and then it's like book a call or something. We've seen these type of funnels all the time. You probably ran them yourself even, right? The thing is that people have seen, and when I say people, I mean the market, like the people you are trying to reach, have seen these free masterclasses, these free webinars so much, and they know that it is basically a video sales letter with a pitch at the end. Like everyone knows it. They are expecting it. Same goes with the book a free discovery call. Like people know there's a sales guy on the other side. Like they're on the defensive, right? And so the market has become more sophisticated. And when it comes to like just free lead magnets overall, like promoting them with Facebook ads, the way that Facebook ads work, like I said, is that they know the behaviors of everyone, right? Which means they also know who is a buyer and who is a non-buyer. So what happens when you run a free lead magnet on Facebook, or let's just say Meta. When I say Facebook, I mean Meta. Then Facebook will search for the people who are freebie seekers, whose behavior is to just sign up for a bunch of free shit, because that is what you are promoting, right? And so it will get expensive, especially since these type of funnels, you have to generate a lot of leads and spend a lot of money before you can see the return. Like first, it's, if we take our previous example with the masterclass, you have to first generate the lead, right? Which nowadays maybe it's like $5 to $10. I don't really run these funnels, but I would guess it's somewhere around there depending on the niche. Then you have to get the call booked, and obviously the majority of people who sign up to the masterclass, they're not even gonna see it at all. Like they're not gonna watch it. The majority of people who watch it are not gonna book a call, and the majority of people who book a call are not gonna buy, right? And so let's say you have a 5K offer, like, and you get a sale for 1K, like sure, you made some ROAS, but you have to spend $1,000 or more to see if it's even working. And that doesn't take into consider like the consideration, the time that it takes to create the masterclass, the ads, all of that type of stuff. And so yes, if you're doing it this way, then it is expensive and risky because you're investing time and you're also investing a lot more money. But I'm going to tell you just the solution to this that allows you to run Facebook ads very cheap for very little risk, and at the same time generate super high quality leads for your business, right? So let's backtrack a little bit here. You remembered me saying that people are used to the undercover sales pitches through these like free masterclasses, whatever. Instead of just trying to hide it, just do Facebook ad directly to a sales page that sells an offer, a low ticket offer, like $1 to $97 or something, depending on the niche you're in. Just drive traffic directly to an offer. What happens then? Well, first of all, is that Facebook are going to try to find buyers, because like I said, they know everything about everyone. And if you are running ads directly to an offer, then you're going to get buyer traffic to that offer. Like people actually spend money to solve their problems. And you will see the ROI of this instantly. Like once you have spent $50 to, let's say, a $50 product, like you know then if it's profitable or not. You don't need to spend 100, 150, like you know within $50 if it's working or not. Right? And so if it doesn't work, then either like change the offer, like change something on the sales page, maybe it's the headline or maybe it's something about the positioning, etc. Then you can like tweak from there in comparison to these other funnels where you have to spend like thousands of dollars to see if it's even working. Here you see the ROI immediately. Okay? And once the lead is generated, right? Once they bought this, everything on the back end, let's say your high ticket, will be profit, right? Everything will be profit, like, because if your cost per sale is the same as the price of the product, then you liquidate the ads so you advertise for free and get everything else for a profit, right? And that way ads aren't expensive. I mean, you're advertising for free, right? And maybe you'll probably even like profit in the beginning if you have order bumps and like some upsell, and if your offer is like low ticket offer is good, which means that you are getting paid to like spend more money on ads, right? And the scale at which this can happen is like fast. Like you can scale fast this way because you see the ROI so quickly, like within just a couple of dollars. And so you can, for example, like I did last year with a $34 product, started with $20 in ad spend. Now, mind you, I didn't have a social media following. This was for a client of mine, but didn't really post content, didn't really have a big authority in his niche, etc. Like just a regular ass dude, okay? Started with $20. Within 3 weeks, I generated 350 sales and was spending about like $600 a day. The next month, I spent $26,000 profitably, by the way. Like I made a 1.7 ROAS before these people even became clients. Like that was profitably. And so there's no like, what's the risk? Like actually $20, like $50. If you think that $50 is too much of a risk, or let's say $200 if you want to like test different offers, what does that say about how you value your time and how you want to invest in your business? Because if that's too risky, then okay, maybe you're like super struggling right now, which this isn't the channel for you. But it's like, if you have just a couple of dollars to spend on ads, then you can get so much of your time back, and you can actually scale also predictably, and you can scale fast. And in the meantime, you can do like the content and stuff, right? You can do all of that type of stuff, because the truth is that the ads just run on their own, like all day. If you have some good ads in place that can run for like months, then you can just tweak the budget a little bit, maybe like tweak the campaigns and stuff, and it takes like 15 minutes a day in the ad account, and you can be making like thousands of dollars a day in sales. Now, if you scale a lot, then you'll probably have to like make more ads and all that type of stuff as well, which at that point you can just outsource it, right? It's not as risky as people think, right? And so I hope this makes sense. This was my little presentation, like trying to sell you on ads, and I hope I did. It's all just about the right funnel. Basically, it's just about the right funnel and how you approach it, and ads can become an amazing asset to your business, and you can scale very fast and also predictably, because it's really easy to basically, I mean, you get stats on what your cost per sale is after like couple of weeks, etc. Like you have all of the stats, so you know how much money you can spend on ads, like you know how expensive your sales are going to be, and you know exactly how much money you're going to make at the end of the week, at the end of the month, depending on how things are going. So it's very predictable too, which organic isn't. So hopefully I sold you on this. That's basically the video. Bye.